Live from San Diego, this is KUSI News.
The Trump administration has been cleared to send the Oregon National Guard to Portland. This after earlier this week, a federal appeals court overturned a lower court's order blocking that deployment. Here to explain more is criminal defense attorney Vikas Bajaj. Vic, welcome back to the big show.
Thank you, Paul. Pleasure.
All right, so we've seen this over and over again. The Trump administration says we're going to do this. Just when they're on the brink of doing it, a judge will step in and say, no, that's unconstitutional, you can't. And then we have to wait until it works its way through the court system, and then either the Supreme Court or a court below the Supreme Court will overturn the lower ruling. Case in point, this?
Absolutely. You know, it takes a federal court, a circuit court of appeals, in this case the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, to actually open up the United States Constitution and say, hey, what does Article 1, Section 8 say? Does it give the president the unilateral executive authority to do this kind of a thing? If the answer is yes, then the lower court was wrong in stopping it. And this is when we really see politics come into play. Sometimes we put a lens on and we say, you know, judges are unbiased. But the reality is judges are people like you and I. They have their beliefs, their disbeliefs, things they like and dislike. Many times district judges are newer on the bench. They're fresh faces that have been appointed by certain presidents and of course confirmed by certain senates. And that's why a circuit court of appeals, in this case a 3-judge circuit court of appeals panel, said, hey, the United States Constitution says President Trump unilaterally can make the factual determinations if he feels it's necessary to nationalize the state National Guard or the state guard in order to prohibit the violation of their own laws. He has the authority to do it. And interestingly, Paul, Congress has delegated that authority to the President of the United States.
Now, when these 3 judges make this ruling, does the parties in this have the opportunity to take it in front of the entire 9th District, or is that how it works, or is this now, or can we expect deployment to Portland?
Yeah, the answer is yes. It's sort of an appeal within an appeal. While you have a right to appeal a trial court's decision, in federal court, a trial court is a district court. We can appeal to the 9th Circuit Court of Appeals. If you're not happy with that decision, as the Attorney General in California has voiced here, you can say, hey, can we have what we call an en banc panel of the 9th Circuit appeal the circuit appellate decision? Therein, you would have the Chief Justice of the 9th Circuit Court of Appeals and the 10 randomly selected judges out of 29, keeping in mind there are 15 Republican appointees and 14 Democrat appointees, and they would then be randomly selected to then hear the appeal within an appeal. Interesting thing to note, why is this appeal even happening? We had the exact same factual and legal argument in the 7th Circuit in the state of Illinois. And the circuit court said, no, the president has the authority. So perhaps a wasted effort and symbolic in nature.
Well, I was going to ask you, because when I was growing up, the 9th was the most progressive court out there. And but is this my father's 9th Court of Appeals anymore, or has things changed? It seems like there's been a little bit of a philosophy change on that particular court.
You're absolutely right. In no way, shape, or form are you erring in that conclusion. Now, let's remember, in the first administration, President Donald Trump said, we need more of a balanced circuit court of appeals. And growing up in law school, you know, 27 years ago-ish in law school, you know, the 9th Circuit was the laughing stock of all.
It was a rubber stamp for any progressive idea out there, was it not?
Exactly, and now it's changed, of course. Now we have 15 Democrat, 14 Republican appointees, so it's a fair split, which was something that first the Trump administration really wanted to attack, and they did it successfully.
What is the big, in your view, what is the big pushback against having National Guards deployed in places like that are hotbeds for just civil unrest?
Well, I'll tell you what it is not. It is not looking out for the safety of the community. How can anyone say we don't want federal authorities or state authorities to enforce the laws and protect ICE agents and others? We can't say that. So it's a political play. It's to get the sound bites. It's to get the people who are against Donald Trump to say, we're going to keep those people in power.
We don't want the stormtroopers on our streets.
Well, you say stormtroopers, other people would say law enforcement individuals to maintain the peace and prevent assaults from law enforcement officers and citizens of the community.
Vic, we have to call it a conversation right there. Thank you so much. Everything is in how you look at it, what prism you're looking at it through, correct?
That's right. You look at the Constitution or you make it up.
All right. Vikas Bajaj, everybody.